very start of this song, we have a drum roll. Now, if you haven't done these before, what you want to try and do is bounce the stick on the head and then apply a little bit of pressure downwards, just so you tighten up those bounces, and then overlap the bounces from right hand to left hand to right hand to left hand. You want a nice smooth sound. My teacher used to tell me he wanted it to sound like sand. So I'll play you this intro now. Then the guitar riff comes in for a couple of bars, and then we're going to join that riff with the kick drums and the snare drums and the ride cymbal with a pattern that sounds like this. I'm not sure if it helps, but you could think of that pattern as 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 1 2 3 4, or any other combination that works for you. That's just the way that I think about it. Moving on, we're going to move that same pattern up onto the crash cymbal, and then we've got this great fill at the end. That kicks us into our first groove. Now, what I can hear in this song is not much ride cymbal and lots of hi-hats. And what I think is happening is that when we're on the ride cymbal, we have eighth notes with the left foot over on the hi-hats as well. I haven't written them in, so you could leave them out if you want to, but I'll try and demonstrate each time I go through these grooves. Here we go, here's the first 4 bars of the groove. Another thing to point out in this song is the phrases are a little bit strange, and what I mean by that is that things don't necessarily cycle in groups of 8 bars. Sometimes we've got 7 bars or 11 bars, so just keep an eye out for that as well. I've tried to break it down as best as I can, and speaking of which, the next little section is only 3 bars long. Although the next 4 bars I'm going to demonstrate are very similar once again, I think of this little section as a pre-verse. It's sort of 4 bars before the verse, and it happens more than once throughout the song. So if you can grab it now, we'll definitely use it again. I'll break down these 4 bars slowly. Now the lyrics are in and we've hit the first verse. I'm going to play through the first 3 bars and we repeat them twice in this section. Here it goes. We've got 4 more bars to round out this verse section, so that's going to make it a 10-bar phrase all up. Like I said, a couple of weird phrases in here. I'll play through these 4 bars for you now. Here's that fill at the end one more time. Start with your left hand on the snare drum for that fill, and you'll stay nice and open as you move down the kit and finish up that fill. Okay, moving on, we are in the chorus. Here's the first 4 bars. And to finish off the chorus, we've got this little tag that has some quick 30-second note kick drums in it. Alright, because this song is so long, let's take a few shortcuts. From there, we go back to the pre-verse section. So that's those 4 bars before the lyrics come in for the verse. Then for the verse, we've got exactly the same pattern as we played the first time around, except for the fill right at the end before the chorus. So I'll play that now. That fill is a tasty little one, and it might take a little bit of work just to get that flam in before you move around the toms. So take it slow and work it up. Moving on, we're into another chorus. It's just the same as the first chorus, except for the very, very end. It goes like this. That's the end of the second chorus. Now there's a post-chorus section that has a really similar groove to the chorus, but a couple of extra crash cymbals. Here we go. My apologies if I rushed through that section a little bit. I'm just trying to condense things that I think you'll probably grab pretty quickly. If you missed it, just take the video back and go again. Moving on, we are back into our hits from the very beginning of the song, snare drum and crash cymbal, and the last time around, we're playing flams. Those flams launch us into the guitar solo, so that's where we're up to, and once again, the groove is very similar to the chorus, so I'll just flash through it quickly. The last two bars of the guitar solo have a couple of fills in them, so I'll break those down separately. From that guitar solo, we are back into a chorus. The chorus is really similar to the other times we've played it, with a couple of extra snare drums and crashes here and there. Keep your ears out and try and grab them if you can. I'm not going to go over it right now, but what I will focus on is the 7th and 8th bar. Before we hit the chorus again, the beat kind of turns around, and so I'll break it down slowly. So those doubles between the snare drum and the kick drum carry on over the bar from bar 8 into bar 9 of that chorus. We've just got 4 more bars of the chorus, so I'll break them down, but they're very similar to the ones we've played before. From there, we have another post-chorus section, just like we played in the middle of the song, so I'll just play through it quickly. The last 2 bars of that section are definitely the most interesting, so I'll play them again slowly. Man, there are so many sections in this song, but we are nearly at the end. Next up is the pre-verse, just the same as we played it at the very start. I'll go over it again just to refresh your memory. And the very final section is this huge 30-second note snare drum roll. It's just singles right the way through, so just right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and all of the accents are going to fall on the right hand. I'll break it down super slowly, and then we'll see if we can get it up to speed. To get that to go fast, you have to start slowly. Make sure you get the accents in the right place and stay as relaxed as you can, so that as you speed it up, you'll still be kind of relaxed and not tensing up and freaking out. The very last 2 bars are just those same accent patterns, but we're going to come off with a crash cymbal on beat 4 onto beat 1. And there we go, that is the end of Cherub Rock by Smashing Pumpkins. I hope this lesson hasn't been too confusing. With all those different sections, there's a lot of chopping and changing and a lot to remember. I think if you just jam along to the song, find any points that you're having problems with, and then maybe come back to this video and see if you can just tidy them up. Anyway, happy practicing, and I will see you at the next lesson.